Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Keeping It Real here with Miss Mandy. Hope everybody is doing wonderful out there today. I have had something just wreaking havoc in my brain. So I'm coming on here to chat with y'all about it. And you guys, when I'm done, you may agree with some of this, you may not, you may have strong opinions, you may not. Just throw me some comments and fill me in. So I've been watching a lot of everything that's going on in Minneapolis with these, they call themselves protesters. I'm going to call them activists or rioters. Okay. That's what I see. To me, a protest, yeah, you have your signs, you chant your slogans, you get people to honk on their way by, whatever. Obviously you're standing up for what you believe in. Okay, I don't understand when protests became blocking vehicles and throwing things and hurling insults and swearing in people's faces and getting right up in everybody's business and chasing people down the sidewalk asking whose side they're on. This has become out of control, completely out of control. These are not protests, okay? These are riots. These are professional activists that apparently have no jobs to go to. This is their job. Okay. I know it's in the States. It doesn't affect us all that much here in Canada. But the fact of the matter is, sooner or later, this idea that this is how we solve things if we disagree with them is going to keep spreading and spreading like wildfire. Okay. When I watch these videos, and this is where I'm kind of going with this, y'all. When I watch these videos, some of the things I'm seeing, okay, number one, half these people don't even know what they're protesting. They're just given a sign and told, scream and yell, this is what we're fighting for. They don't know the details. They don't know the backstory. They don't even 100% understand what they're protesting for. And some of these protesters, activists, they're there for the anti ICE riots. I'm calling them all riots, okay? These are the same people that were there for pro Palestine. These are the same people that were there for pro trans. These are the same people that were there for pro Hamas, like all the way back to BLM. Okay. And my problem with this, and this is just where I'm going with it, y'all may agree, y'all may not agree, but we are, as parents and as society, we are raising a huge generation of kids who have never been told no. They have never been let down. They have never been punished for doing something wrong. And that's what I'm seeing in these activists. These are a bunch of young adults out there. And if you tell them, if you have the nerve, the gall to tell them that what they're doing is wrong, they have no response but to scream and yell and hurl insults and make weird noises and freak out like they're being murdered. Okay. This all stems back to us as parents. Okay. Because I don't know about y'all, I'm Gen X. When I was a kid, if you wanted to play on a sports team, you tried out. If you sucked, you didn't play. That was it. You go and get better. Maybe next year you'll be able to play. And if I was on a team, we sure as shit did not get trophies for nothing. Okay. We don't reward people for nothing. You get a trophy because you did your best. You did the best you possibly could do. And if you didn't win and you didn't get a trophy, better luck next year. Try harder. Now, these kids, these young adults now, have never been told that they're doing not enough. They have never been told to try harder in life. All they have been told is if you scream and you yell and you pitch a fit, something will work for you. Okay. We need this shit to stop because I'm telling you, I look around, I see a bunch of disrespectful teens, disrespectful young adults. When I was that age, if I had thought about talking back to somebody, I'd have got backhanded. Okay. And I turned out just fine. So I don't know what the stupid, I'm not saying beat your kids. I'm not saying that at all. So don't even go getting that idea. But I am saying kids need to know that if the answer is no, then the answer is no. There's no negotiating. There's no terms, there's no conditions. If I have told you no, the answer is no. And that's all there is to it. I'm your parent. That's my job. There are way too many parents now who are forced to both have full-time jobs because we can't afford to have one income in a household. And then they get home at night, they're tired, they're letting the internet raise their children, and they can't 100% help it because they're exhausted. They're mentally and physically exhausted. So, what do we do about that? Now we have all these kids who, by the way, also have teachers in their classrooms encouraging them to be advocates. No, stop it with the activism. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your sexual preference is. I don't care where you came from. I don't care about what you do for a living. I really don't. If you're a good person, then you're a good person. And if you're a piece of garbage, then you're a piece of garbage. But you can work harder to be a good person. And that all goes back to the working harder thing. These young people now, they don't have to work hard for anything. Nothing. You know, they are given awards, they are given trophies, they are given opportunities, they are given everything. They don't have to work for nothing. And there's a really great documentary. If y'all get a chance to watch it, I can't remember the name of it offhand, but it was something along the lines of Universe 25. And it was a science experiment. It was done in the 60s or 70s by this scientist. Anyway, long story very short, he built the perfect universe for mice. Perfect universe, perfect air quality, food, breeding grounds, bedding, anything they could possibly want, disease free, everything. And you know what happened? Within a not a very long amount of time, every single mouse in there died. It died because you know what? It had nothing to work for. They gave up. They stopped looking for food. They stopped looking for mates. They stopped trying and they gave up. What are we doing to these kids? Are we doing the same thing? We're saying, you don't have to work for anything. It'll all be handed to you. What happens to a group of people who have everything handed to them? They have nothing to work for. They have nothing to strive for. They have nothing to look forward toward. They have no hopes, no dreams, no ambitions. All they know is, I want it my way and I want it my way now. And this garbage has got to stop. The government doesn't help. The education system doesn't help. It's up to you. It's up to you as parents and grandparents to help these kids grow up with some damn morals and learn that, guess what? If you want great things in life, you work hard. You're going to have to sacrifice things. They don't know what sacrifice is. None of them. This is nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. So nowadays, if you're gay, you need a parade. You need everybody to have your name up in lights. If you're black, you need the same thing. If you are trans, you need the same thing. If you are any kind of visible minority of any sort, you need your name up in lights. You need everybody to recognize that you're a minority. No, guess what? We see you. We care about you. We love you. All right. I love everybody. I don't care. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or an other. Doesn't matter to me. You're a good person? Wonderful. Be a good person. That's all there is to it. We don't need riots and activism shouting our personal lives from the rooftops and forcing others to celebrate it. It's nonsense. This is what we're raising, guys. It needs to stop. Okay. I don't know. Like, what do you guys all think about this? Like, is there anything else that we should be doing as parents, as individuals, as adults to help these youngsters and these young adults see that hard work and motivation and respect get you further than screaming and yelling and pointing fingers and calling names? Okay. Not everybody needs a parade. How about we all just live our lives? How about everybody just get along? Enough of this right wing, left wing, gay rights, black rights, Aboriginal rights. Everybody's having rights now. How about all of our unified rights as human beings? Let's just get along, for crying out loud. This garbage needs to stop. Okay. All of this garbage, and it's working its way here. You just wait. It's only going to be a matter of time before they're downtown Toronto screaming and yelling in the faces of law enforcement, because those people, they seem to think that anything where a person's career, whether it is ICE, whether it's a police officer, military veteran, whatever, if you're in a position of authority, they want you gone because they want no authority. Authority is bad. Authority means you're going to interfere with my life. No, they're trying to do their jobs. Just let them do their jobs. They're regular people, just like everybody else. Everybody's got to work, except y'all activists, apparently. Because I don't know how much get you paid to stand out there in the cold, waving signs and spitting at people, but they must be paying all right because there's thousands of people that don't seem to have jobs. So, anyway, that's my rant for today. Tell me what you think. Throw some things around in my comments. If you disagree with me, go ahead, disagree with me. Let's talk about it. Let's get this sorted out because I'm thinking that adult conversation is the only thing that is even remotely going to change the way that anything is going on these days. I'm a little heated today. I apologize for that. Normally I'm pretty cool, but I'm a little heated, but that's okay. I love y'all. Like and subscribe. Be kind to one another. Let me know if your opinions differ. Let's talk about it. Have a great day. Bye.